What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Chicks in Hogwarts, the Harry Potter pod, where we recap all of the Harry Potter films. We are now on Harry Potter number 7, Deathly Hallows, part 1.
Oh, there you go. I was like, she forgets the name.
No. I got the name. We're on the part 1 of the finale of this series. And
yeah, the end begins, like I said.
The end begins.
The end begins.
And I have unfortunate news for everybody.
Bad news, fellow Potterheads.
Bad news.
Yep.
Classic dog ate my homework excuse.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I believe you or not.
I swear. I really do.
Yeah.
I really wrote down, and you know what it was? When I was writing down,
trying to prove that she's taking this so seriously that it would be crazy for her to make that up.
I would also, at this point, just tell you guys I didn't do it because
exactly.
of the amount of times I have done that.
Yep.
We've like put off the recording because of me being like, I didn't watch and write down notes.
Yep.
I would have just told you guys at this point. I was also writing the notes in the I remember the whole thing. I was taking my flashlight. I was like, oh, I'm going to write down my notes on this notepad.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to go on my phone, but then I had to take out my phone as a flashlight to write the notes down.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't see the notepad sitting in the dark. Besides the point, I had 2 pens, whole thing. I wasn't home this weekend, and I've been sleeping in my parents' bedroom. They have a great king-size bed. They aren't here, so it's basically become my bedroom as well as my sibling. Like we all take turns sleeping in there.
There's always one sibling who just takes the parents' room when they're not there.
Always.
We've all been like switching in and out of this bedroom because King Norman, refuses to sleep anywhere else besides this bed.
Yeah.
He'll sleep on the couch, but like bed-wise, he wants this bed. And I don't blame him. It's very comfortable. So I watched the film Wednesday. One of the nights I was really sick, I watched it. Mm-hmm. And I was taking notes, and I left my notepad. Not my notepad, my sister's notepad she let me borrow, next to the bed.
Now, when you say notepad, is like a legal paper like notepad or like a notebook? Like
legal paper.
Okay.
I guess.
Something
the one we have at our desk.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
And I left it next to the bed. And I was not home this weekend. And I came back. And my notes were gone.
The whole notepad was gone, or your notes were gone?
Yeah, she threw away the whole notepad?
Not the entire notepad.
So
just
she
ripped
ripped off?
No, the notepad was gone, but the notes are gone.
So she threw out the whole notepad?
So she got rid of the whole notepad?
She didn't get rid of the whole notepad. She was clearing out the notepad.
Did you ask her about this?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, she was
clearing
ripping
out the
pages off.
clearing out the notepad.
Ripping pages off, and she ripped
It seems like a weird move.
And she
after
ripped
she
your
knows
notes
you just
off.
asked her to use it to just rip out
Well,
all
I think that was. I don't think you ever asked to use it.
I did ask.
Oh, you did ask to use
yes.
it.
I don't think she was thinking clear. I think she probably thought that I didn't need it anymore because I left it there. She probably thought,
right. And this was like a full weekend pass, like she did this she's saying it was like Wednesday, Thursday night. Nicole maybe thought like we had already recorded.
Right. She's probably like, oh, she has them already.
She's prepping. She's like going to record tomorrow.
What does she need the notes for?
Yeah.
Notes are gone.
Notes are gone.
The notes are gone.
The notes are gone. Guys, the notes are gone. There are no Ria's notes.
I remember some of them.
They're gone.
They're gone.
We're just gonna have to run through the movie and hope things trigger your memory of writing things down.
I remember some of them. Like I had a really good one about old school camera shutters and the way they click and the way they shutter. That was my first note of the whole thing I remember. And yeah, I'm gonna just have to like try to remember what I wrote down.
Okay.
So,
I think that's what we're gonna have to do.
I apologize.
Yeah.
But what's the word I'm looking for? I've been compromised.
The notes have been compromised.
They're in the possession of who knows.
Yeah. They're in the trash.
The notes
were they recycled at least?
Oh, yeah.
She has been recycling lately, so maybe.
Well,
but more bottles.
Let's really look at it on the bright side there, Noah.
More bottles and cans. I don't think papers. That's besides the point.
Yeah,
but
let's
the notes. I know.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry.
So what is your plan for the final movie? Taking notes. So you're gonna go back. To
I'm
your
gonna
phone?
go back to my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can't
That's
have
how
something
it
like
was
this happen.
going. I'm gonna go back to my phone, or
Back
I'm
to your
going
phone,
to
or you could write them down and then take a picture of it.
and take a picture of it, or make sure I take the notes with me.
Right.
Like it was. I'm not even blaming her because it was my fault that I just left these notes next to the bed, and they always clean up.
Yeah.
When, you know what I mean? Like my fault. So therefore,
Understood.
I don't have the notes.
Okay, guys. We
And
don't have the notes.
This excuse would never work on a teacher because the teacher would just give
No,
me
it is a very classic
fail.
dog ate my homework.
Right. I should have just said Norman ate it, but
Yeah.
the teacher would still not pass me
No.
no matter the
No.
excuse.
This is a teacher would say, I appreciate the honesty, but you still showed up without your work done.
Oh my God. I'm getting terrible flashbacks to school. I really am. I am.
All right,
I
so
was a
let's
terrible student.
recap. We'll go through it, and that way I think it'll help maybe jog your memory. You can think of moments that you wrote stuff down if you did. Let's first start initial thoughts.
I made sure I had no ball usage in my notes
No,
too.
oh.
I made sure, and I made a note about
I
that.
was hoping you would.
No, I made a note about the balls on them
The balls
to
on
kill
them.
Dobby.
Yeah.
The balls.
Yeah.
So my thoughts were, I'm ready for the last one.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
one-
how it goes.
This
and
one
it
to
ends
me,
so like,
to me,
cliffhanger.
too much Harry and Hermione, not enough Ron and Hermione.
A lot of setup. Yeah, a lot of Harry and Hermione.
Harry and Mr. Steal Your Girl is.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know how I feel about what's happening, what's going on here.
Fair.
Feels unfair to Ron. They were leaving Ron out a lot.
I don't really.
You
have a
don't
problem
like
with it.
Ron. That's
No,
don't
I
like
don't
Ron.
not like Ron, but he just seems like he's always complaining and jealous of Harry. Like that's
well, it would make sense that he'd be
hard.
jealous of Harry. Harry's the best wizard.
Yeah.
And now he's gonna get his girl. It's like
Yeah.
And he
But it's like Harry Potter. Like you had her.
you saw his fear with the locket, he's the youngest. His parents wanted something happening? Oh yeah, the Deathly Hallows. That's it. You get it now?
Mm-hmm.
No, she's like that pop socket
Yeah,
you got on
yeah.
your phone. I know
I
what that
understand.
bad boy means now.
I thought you were part of the Illuminati for a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah. That would have been fun.
Yeah.
No, I think, and Ron, like his parents love Harry. Harry, everything's all
Everyone
about
loves
Harry.
Harry.
Yeah. So okay, let's take it from the top. Right, we know that the trio's not going back to Hogwarts. They got to find the Horcruxes. Shit's hit the fan. Voldemort's in charge. There's Muggles dying. Like it's all a whole big thing. And on top of that, like Voldemort really wants to. No Muggle-born wizards. None. Got to be purebred. Purebred wizards only.
What got me jacked up about the beginning of this film was the wands.
The wands.
The wands.
Oh.
How Voldemort was
Yeah.
like, I have the same wand as Harry.
Yeah.
And so we can't kill
can't.
each other with these
Right.
wands.
Everyone's like puts their heads down. Like I hope
and
it's not my
nobody
wand.
wants to be the one to do it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Because
then you
lose your wand.
then you don't have your wand.
Do you not just get a new wand? Like how does that work?
The wand chooses the wizard.
But like
Mr. Potter.
no, I know, but what happens if your wand breaks or like you lose it or someone steals it? Like
To be honest, I don't know. I just know that like if your wand breaks, you're kind of like shit out of luck.
that's insane.
No, but you can, but also not because Ron's wand breaks or in the earlier movies. I think you can.
But in
I think
reality-
if it breaks, you can get a new one.
Yeah. I mean, but like clearly you could just take someone else's.
No, but I don't think like if Voldemort. I could be so wrong on this. Also, I really don't know.
How don't you know?
I don't know. I don't know everything.
You don't?
I know Voldemort taking
What?
She really
Voldemort taking
Clip that.
Malfoy's wand. I think like if your wand still exists, you can't just go get another wand. If that makes sense. Like he got his wand taken from him.
I would have been like, well, can we at least trade Voldemort? Like, can I get yours?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
Right. I liked that.
You liked that,
I did. It was like a little
right?
plot twist I didn't expect coming.
Right.
What that he took the wand.
I feel like Harry and Voldemort have a lot more in common than we think.
That they do. That's actually a very fair point. And, they're gearing up. They're doing all this stuff, and they show, the Dursleys are leaving because everything's happening. It's like
not
the farewell,
safe.
not safe.
They should probably
just
just stay there, though, and die.
They're heading out. They're gone. Hermione wipes her parents' memory of her so that they don't.
What a crazy thing to do.
Yeah.
Insane.
That's honestly
she's protecting them.
But there has to be another way.
Is she protecting them, or is it going to be really fucking sad when everything's all right and her parents don't remember her? Is there a spell that brings it back?
I have no idea if you can undo that.
So, Obliviate.
Oh yeah, I don't.
Like, what did Ron do? Like.
I mean, Ron doesn't have to worry about his parents. There, yeah.
I have a weird. This has nothing to do really with the plot of the film, but the place they refer to as the diner looks more like a Chinese food place.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
just I thought that the whole time.
I'm trying to think of what that looks like.
Picture a Chinese food place.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Okay.
But they describe it as a diner.
Yeah. Maybe it's different over there across the pond.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can go check it out.
No, I was going to say.
So
go to a diner, send us a picture.
Come back to us on that. So everybody's leaving, and Snape tells Voldemort about like the new plans of when they're moving Harry from the house to somewhere else. They're protecting him, and they're in this like Death Eater meeting pretty much. Voldemort with the wand, like you said. They had the Charity Burbage, who's a professor of Muggle studies. She's floating above the table. Pretty freaky. She's dead. Kills her.
My first thought was weird to see Voldemort in this setting, like at a table, like in a meeting, kind of like.
Yeah, he was in a meeting.
I also had that thought too. I was like, oh, normal guy.
Yeah, like
when
he's not fighting people, or trying to take over the world. He's just like
he's having a meeting, but also killing people in that meeting.
He's like setting up a Zoom call.
He's strictly business.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Charity.
He's not a businessman.
2
he's
seconds
a
of Charity.
man.
It's sad. She's like, Severus, we're friends. Dead. Nagini. Nagini is such a good name for a snake. Just throw that out there. I think it is, yeah.
Kind of sounds like Negroni. Ever have a Negroni?
Nagini.
My dad, my dad and my brother, big Negroni guys.
Yeah, I like.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they do.
They are.
It's a good drink.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then the Order of the Phoenix, they all show up to take Harry out of the house. It's Moody.
Love Moody.
Hagrid.
Hagrid's been
Fred and George.
Not that involved.
pretty lackluster.
Quiet from Hagrid.
It's been quiet.
They're not in school.
If he pulls up
Yeah,
wearing those,
He's
gonna
not.
be quiet for him.
He's not. He's not in the sixth one. He's not in the sixth one a lot. So it's Ron, Hermione, Fred, George, Bill.
Hagrid.
Have we met
Fleur.
Bill before this, by the way? Because I was like, oh, him. Like, he's a real actor. Bill Weasley.
Yeah.
He was in.
No. Was he in the sixth one?
I don't think so. I was like, because I remember being like, oh, I didn't know this guy was in these
I don't know
movies.
if this is the first one that he's in.
I feel like it is.
It might be.
Wait,
He's the guy from the Star Wars movies. He's
No, and he was in. Who's the guy who brings Harry, Ron, and Hermione, like their Dumbledore's things they left behind? Who's that guy?
What?
The guy who can't.
Oh, the minister?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the first time we're seeing him too.
Yes.
Both
he's
British
a new minister.
Love Actually. Also in Love
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. He's the singer in Love Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Domhnall. I always say this guy's name wrong. Gleason. He's the Irish actor. He's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, no, but him and
About
Bill
Time,
Weasley,
Peter Rabbit.
About Time, they were both in that movie. Father and son in About Time. The guy who plays Bill Weasley, yeah. A lot of I feel like British actors, like there's a few big ones in there in every movie. About every British movie.
Yeah. His dad's a very famous actor as well, Gleason. Oh my God, and he's wow, you know what? You learn something new every day. I did not know this. Bill Weasley's real actor name, Gleason, Dom. We're gonna call him Dom.
Okay.
Dom Gleason.
And his father is Brendan Gleeson, and Brendan Gleeson is the actor who plays Moody, Mad Eye.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So they're-
Would you look at that?
Film.
They're in this movie
Interesting.
together too.
That's
Who
cute.
did, I didn't.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
actually
do you have
did
a
not
part
know
for
that.
my son, like my son, like
I never really put that. I never really put two and two together.
You're like, yeah,
Because
what's
I will
Adam
say,
Weasley?
when this movie came out, I don't really know how much he had done. Dom.
yeah.
That's what I'm gonna say, because so he was in that movie came out in 2010, and all like kind of the big movies he did later. It seems like
Good actor.
I would say
You ever see About
after
Time?
that one.
No, but
Great
I heard
movie.
it's a
You-
really
you'd
good
cry.
movie.
He was in True Grit in 2010 also.
Wait, friend, did you watch About
You
Time?
know, I auditioned.
About
for,
Time is
Yeah,
I
great
did.
movie.
I
Yeah,
auditioned
good
for
movie.
True Grit.
I feel like you've auditioned for like thousands of
I
movies.
have. Haley
Star
Steinfeld got
Wars.
the part.
Yeah, Star Wars.
Well, she
He's
was
in a
not
ton of good stuff.
Haley Steinfeld at the time.
Yeah.
Oh, so it'd be like if you had gotten the part, Haley Steinfeld would be here. Be like, oh, Maria Schiffer got the part.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But she wasn't Maria Schiffer yet.
Wow, you know what? I'm glad I put that together. I really did not know. I did not know that. I don't think like he wasn't that big then, but I didn't even know that
Look,
these
Fran's
two
learning
were.
something new.
I am.
Yeah,
I
well,
know.
she doesn't
I am.
know everything.
I don't.
She doesn't
I
know
like I said, I don't know everything. Okay, so they all take Polyjuice Potion to look like Harry to try and trick the Death Eaters to get to the Burrow. Mundungus Fletcher is part of the group. You don't really know too much about him. He's a pain in the ass, and they all change. This is one of the only times like I like laugh when I watch this movie. This movie's like fairly serious all the way through.
Yeah.
There's not like a lot of comedic relief. There's some from Ron, which he is good for, but this is the only time when they're all looking like Harry but talking like themselves.
Oh yeah.
There was a lot of that in this movie, and
Yeah.
I didn't like it. Like
Bill,
when Ron
look away,
and,
I'm hideous.
when Ron and Harry weren't themselves.
You know what
Yeah.
I was? You know
and
what
I like looked down for 1 second, looked back up. I was like, "Who are these people?" And then they started
You know
talking,
what,
and I was
a
like, "Oh."
thought that crossed my mind when they were all Harry was like Hermione, like she could like check out Harry's situation, you know, if she wanted
boy.
to. If she
Yeah,
wanted to.
I guess. I guess that is true.
What a thing to take
Wow.
away from
No,
that.
it's just
what a
that
moment.
just
You're
crossed
right.
my mind. It was like,
Huh.
oh, like it must.
Fleur could have also.
I mean, any of them could, but I
Yeah.
was like, Hermione
Yeah,
probably was
any of
kind
them
of
could.
curious,
For sure.
and maybe she did, and maybe that's what happened where she like kind of
and
left
she was
Ron.
like,
Like,
especially at that age.
yeah.
What a ridiculous thought. They're all taking Polyjuice Potion just to get naked and see what they
And see what their
they
dicks
look
look
like.
I mean, if I were Harry, I'd kind of be like,
Harry's like, I could fuck myself right now.
Yeah, they're just. Oh man. Anyway, right away, the Death Eaters are there. It's they get ambushed. Everybody's dueling. The real Harry rides in the little sidecar with Hagrid. They're going through London. They're all getting chased. Voldemort shows up. The wand doesn't work. The new wand doesn't work. He freaks out. He leaves. And they all kind of slowly get back to the Burrow. And sadly, the first of, deaths to come, Hedwig.
yeah, but
so
he
sad.
kind of blew his cover.
Hedwig is a girl.
Shit, I didn't know that. Did we know that there were genders for these owls? I didn't know that.
I mean, owls.
Why are
What do you mean?
you-
There's girl,
No, I
boy
know,
owls.
but like, was that a known thing in these movies that like
Excuse
that
me,
was?
did the owl pick its gender? Or
Hedwig is a girl.
Or we just like when
Are
was
you
that
just
made
assuming
clear? Are you just
Hedwig's-
assuming
Yeah,
their gender?
she is referred to as a she.
Really? Oh, maybe Harry said that a couple times.
Yeah, he says because they're like, oh, in the movie it's like, oh, how did they know it was the real you? And he was like, oh, I think it was Hedwig. She gave me away.
Okay.
boom.
But either way,
Not the
Hedwig
most.
Either way,
blew their cover.
Hedwig, yes, but because she was trying to protect him, and she
Not,
did, and she took a hit for him. She
Yeah.
went down.
Yeah.
not the most upsetting death. This.
No. I
No,
was like, whatever.
that one it makes me sad every time. But it's just the sound she makes. We'll get to it. Why are you already crying? What's happening? Anyway, we're gonna move past. The sound that there's like a sad sound that Hedwig makes as she goes down. That is sad.
It's like when a dog gets hurt and they squeal. It's like the worst sound.
Can't like you accidentally
Like
step
you step
on
their, tail or something.
God, no, let's not talk about that. Okay, everybody makes it back to the burrow except for
Right over there.
Mad Eye, because Fletch Mundungus is a coward. He evaporated. He left Mad Eye to fight on his own. He went down, and they come back. Fred or George? I'm holy Fred. George. You all right, George? Yeah, George. George I had to think about the lines of the movie in my head. I'm pretty sure I'm right. George gets his ear blown off. Makes a
And then Harry shows up and
feeling
they're like,
saint-like.
don't believe it's Harry for a second.
Yeah, they don't believe it's Harry. They have to ask
there were
questions.
so many, so.
many. Yeah. Lupin and Tonks are with them as well, and everybody like paired off, and Tonks gave Ron a nice compliment that he was so good in the battle. Everybody was surprised.
Hermione was surprised. He's like, why are you surprised?
Yeah, exactly. So
you hate Ron.
Always the tone of surprise. Okay, so then Harry like tries to leave. He's like, I'm going out on my own. You guys are everybody's dying for me. Can't be having this happen. Ron convinces him.
Harry.
Yeah, exactly. I can do this on my own. No, we can't. Ron convinces him to stay just because Bill and Fleur they're having a wedding. It's like even though sad times, they're trying to do something happy. So they're getting married. They're setting up for
the Weasleys trying to
have something happy happen.
Yeah.
They're
Just
setting
hold
up for the wedding, and
What could go
Scrimgeour.
wrong? Like it's not like Death
I'm
Eater's
probably
gonna
saying
show up.
I always say his name
It's
wrong.
not
I
like
think.
if we gather all these people together that anyone's going to find out and want to come
Right.
find us.
Yeah.
Correct. The minister shows up, this new minister of magic, and he has Dumbledore's will and has 3 things for each of them, Harry, Ron, Hermione. For Ron, it's Dumbledore's Deluminator. For Harry, it is the snitch, his first snitch that he caught in his first Quidditch game. And Hermione, it's a book, The Tales of Beedle the Bard, which are like kids' books. Bappity Rappity. You know, without your notes, I feel like there are moments that maybe you would have laughed and wrote things down. I'm sad about it because now I'm just making jokes. I'm just laughing to no one.
And nobody's going to believe me, too, because they're going to be like, she definitely just didn't watch and didn't write down notes. As I was writing these notes down, were like, these are funny.
Yeah.
Like, I was writing them down, and I was like, these are funny notes. And it also helps you remember everything that happened when I have it all in front of me.
How much time went by between
Bappity
when
Rappity?
she threw it out and when you asked her?
When did we watch the movie?
Well, that's
Wednesday?
a question for you.
Wednesday.
I mean, because we watched the same night.
Wednesday. I was gone Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
I was gonna say, was there enough time to like check the garbage, or it was?
Yeah,
like,
I was gone Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Came home Sunday night.
It's gone.
So,
Anyway, Babbity Rabbity, Ron, they have different kids' books for muggles.
not great things to be left. I was like,
yeah,
none of that stuff
Dumbledore, this big
matters.
guy.
What does the snitch do?
Oh, it's a nice man. I
mean-
actually think that was the best one out of all
No, but
of
like
them.
it actually doesn't like do anything. It's like, oh,
No, but it's
cool.
a nice
Correct,
memory.
but
What do things
also,
and
like,
wills
the
do for people?
Wait, the
Money,
movies aren't over.
house.
And all of them have actually been very important. Without Beedle and Bard, they're not figuring out Deathly Hallows. Without the Deluminator, Ron's not finding his way back to Harry and Hermione. And the snitch comes into play. He figures,
All
he
right,
says,
all right.
he when he finally realizes that he can kiss it and like, put it on his lips and it says, I open it to close, it means something.
All right.
Okay, he's also supposed to get the sword of Gryffindor, which the minister says, like, that's, it's been missing anyway. So that's like, okay. So at the wedding, Harry meets Luna's dad. He's wearing the Deathly Hallows symbol around his neck. And then he's also asking about Dumbledore, trying to find out more about Dumbledore. They're all, the older people are gossiping. He's like, how well did you actually know Dumbledore? He had all this family background that he just doesn't know about.
Dumbledore has a brother.
Yeah, he does. And he also hears of Bathilda Bagshot, lives in Godric's Hollow.
The names of these people.
Yeah, great names. Elpheus Dodge.
J.K.
Yeah. The wedding obviously comes to a screeching halt because
Who could have seen that coming?
Yeah, the Kingsley shows up and he says, "The ministry has fallen. The minister of magic is dead." And then it's like, oh, they're all coming, so they all run away. Harry, Ron, Hermione grab each other. They get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
They go. They're like
Selfish.
in the middle of London.
Harry's like, come on, Hermione. Oh, and Ron. Come
Yeah,
on.
they're-
Sorry, you can come.
They're in the middle of London. They almost get attacked at the,
Ron, you sure you don't want to stay
the
with your
diner.
family?
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Hermione could just meet up with you.
We'll just meet you later. They end up like in a coffee shop. They have Death Eaters that come try and ambush them.
Oh, yeah.
They get away. And Hermione like basically was ready to go, packed in her bag. She had like everything. Good charm. She had everything in there. So they had changed the clothes, the whole thing. So now they have like, they got no idea what they're doing at this point.
That was funny though, didn't Hermione? She was like, "Oh, we didn't even get to celebrate your birthday," or like,
Yeah, it was like,
something.
it was your
we
birthday.
had a cake.
Yeah.
It's like these.
Ginny,
you guys have bigger
They made a
issues.
cake. Yeah, Ginny and Ron are Ginny and Ron. Ginny and Harry they're kissing more.
I see that.
Harry's a
twins are-
player. All of a
Right, but
sudden.
like
twins are
Harry
spying.
is then romantically dancing with Hermione.
that was a
wasn't
weird.
a romantic dance.
No.
That's one of my favorite scenes in this whole series.
But that scene, I was like,
I've grown to
maybe-
love it
maybe
more.
I-
Yeah, dead serious.
But I was like, if I were Ron and I saw this or found out about this, I'd be like, what the
They're
fuck, Harry?
best friends.
Is that something that you do? Like with your like that was.
They're best friends.
I ain't doing
They've
that with
just
my best
been.
friend. Yeah, like
they've
what?
just. I've danced with my best guy
Your
friend
guy best
plenty
You're
of
alone.
times.
You're
like that?
Yeah, but like out, like you're in alone, just
Yes,
you two.
Romantically
Put on a song,
like that.
romantically
That's
dance.
not romantic.
That is-
They
that-
were like slow dancing.
That
Bear.
is-
like
Slow dancing is romantic.
Oh my god.
What are we not? I feel like she's trying to make us seem
I
like the
just
next
think, like-
ones.
Not, like that's not something you do with like.
Your best friend's girl.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
Now,
You don't do that with your best friend's girl.
Yeah, you
I
don't.
know, but they were looking. They were trying to.
Maybe I like
They were
Ron.
sad. The locket was haunting both of them.
But he,
They're
like,
just like
initiated
turning
it.
them
Well,
into evil
this is-
people.
this
like
is what I was getting
The
from
dance
this,
was
though.
making them happy.
No, but
Yes,
he,
yes.
he it was all
But
from him.
the romantic dancing.
Harry's like, let me take
I keep-
advantage of
yeah.
this situation.
It's more so like maybe Hermione and Harry belong together.
No. Nope.
Harry wants. Harry would love that.
I don't think so. I don't think Harry
See, that
would.
that was a move. By you think that if Hermione leaned in for a kiss, he would be like, "No, we're friends."
I think
would-
it would. I think it'd be weird.
No, I think they would both. Be
I
like,
think they would
I
have
think
kissed.
Harry would.
I don't
jump
think so.
like at a
Passionately.
second.
No way.
I think they would have kissed
No way.
passionately.
Nope.
That is just
Nope.
not true.
How do you not pick up
How
from
could
that
you-
on that scene?
How could he, one, obviously he knows the vibes between Ron and Hermione, and two, he's like kissing Ron's sister. He's going to be like, now he's going to kiss Ron's girl. He's kissing Ron's
He's
sister.
always-
Friend,
It's always
people
been
do
Hermione.
things like this.
I'm telling you right now.
Right? Like, that's
Nope.
not the craziest thing that anyone's ever done.
No, it's not. But
She does-
their
you don't,
best
want, you
friend's
don't want to
girl.
believe that Harry
That's a
Potter would do this
line-
to his friend, but
that's a
Right.
line that
There's
has
got to
a-
be something wrong
and to
with
be
Harry
honest,
Potter.
I would actually go with Hermione that she would never do that.
I know. But I'm saying if she did try to be like, he would. No,
But
he
she
not be able
would.
to
But
control
she
himself.
wouldn't ever.
Well, they didn't,
Exactly.
They didn't.
because they won't.
but it was there.
The spark was there.
The
The,
spark
chemistry
wasn't
was
there.
there. No, the chemistry was there.
I don't think so.
Two
They give
two
off such
outsiders,
friend vibes.
two
Could you-
outsiders who are watching the movie for the first time saw this. And said,
Imagine Ron walks in the door when that was.
"Oh,
happening.
Ron's
I mean,
Ron's
I mean,
gutted."
if that happens, yeah, sure. It doesn't.
Right? It doesn't
optics
look
don't
good.
Look good.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But it
saying.
was-
But there's nothing wrong with it.
But there is nothing wrong with it. They were just trying to have a happy moment in a lot of not happy moments.
there's other things you can do. Let's play tic tac toe.
Tic tac toe.
I'm not dancing with my best guy friend when I got a man's like that.
You have too much of your mother in you where you're
I'm
like
loyal,
there-
babes.
Yeah, there's like it's too old school. Like, oh my, touching another man. How could I?
What? What's crazy about that?
You could dance with a friend that you've never
slow
had
dance.
any
A fun dancing.
Yeah,
and
a
never
slow dance
sexual,
by
never
yourself.
had any sexual kiss moment, nothing with.
But that's how it starts.
I've danced with one of my best guy friends, like at a wedding.
Yeah,
like,
at a
Oh,
wedding.
I would be so upset. I would be so
Oh my
upset
God.
if
slow
my
dance?
if my significant other danced with his best girlfriend slowly at a wedding. I would be so
oh
mad.
my god, you are a different breed of jealous.
Yeah, I
are.
would not.
No, but I don't think
If-
that's a crazy. I feel like most people would
If
be like
no,
that.
if Joe, if I've actually seen
You
it
and
happen.
Joe are different. You
I've
and Joe
actually
don't
seen
get
it.
jealous.
I've
It's
actually
crazy.
literally witnessed it happen. Like Joe's dance with Joe's dance with bridesmaids, like at weddings, they have to slow
wouldn't
dance all
allow-
together.
I wouldn't. I would be like, I'm not that I wouldn't allow it. I would just be like, that would upset me if I'm standing there.
Yeah, but if it's part of the wedding, like it's like,
Well,
the
if they
bride and
have
groom
to.
come out,
This
they
is
did
all
the first
also,
dance.
like-
People
and then,
don't do that at weddings.
But
The bride
friend.
and groom dance, and then everyone says, "Hey,
believe
grab
me, I've been to a couple
Grab
where
your
the-
couples."
But that's different
where
still
the
than.
the groomsmen and the bridesmaids have to dance. They dance together with the.
But that's
bride
a
and
wedding
groom.
also. Like we're talking about alone in a house with just the two of them. Like
I'm sorry for being loyal.
Yeah, but I mean, even at a wedding, she's saying it doesn't fly.
Because if I slow dance with a
It's not
best
even
guy
about
friend at a
being
wedding,
loyal. You're not doing anything wrong.
all right, Harry.
yeah, that's not. I don't like that. It's not wrong, but I don't like it. And I think people would agree with me on that. I don't think that's crazy. Like I just feel as at a wedding, it's all about love.
Oh my lord, I really don't think it's that bad. If I was at,
I feel like I'm being made to seem crazy.
No, I'm kind of more. I'm on your side.
all I'm saying is I got a ton of weddings this fall.
And you're
There's a
ready
couple
to
of
dance
them,
with a bunch of
There's
new
a
people.
couple of them that I can't go to with Joe because we literally have weddings on the same day. So if I'm going to a wedding on my own and one of my good guy friends like pulls me up to dance,
They start playing the slow
I'm
music.
gonna dance.
to slow
To
music.
slow music.
I mean, not to like fucking Dan and Shay or like some like.
Well, this is what we're talking
like-
about.
not like my
if
heart
they
will
play
go
like
on.
if they play like
If they-
shout.
yeah,
sure,
shout, of
go
course
there.
you're gonna get up and
not
dance.
shout, but like something that you could like. The
You
way
two
that,
one
the
on
way-
one.
The way that Harry and Hermione were dancing at some of the parts. Like some of these, like some of these, a little twirl.
No other guys twirling me if I got
Oh my
somebody.
God.
I-
Okay,
I
we
agree.
disagree. I don't think it's bad, but
I don't know if it's bad.
It's not
just like
bad. It's just like about like
Frowned
like-
upon.
Yeah, like be like respect. This is not. I mean, this is nuts.
I'm
I don't
firmly-
think you're crazy. I think it's crazy that you think I'm weird for that.
No, I just kind of thought you would have a different point of view on that, but maybe not.
I think in shouts playing
Yeah.
and fun jumping up and down songs, of course.
Yeah.
if it's
One-on-one
a dance,
dancing.
if it's a dance, especially at a wedding where it's like all the people dancing are like couples, and then you're just like dancing with
and you have a significant other.
yeah.
You're at a wedding.
Okay.
Glenn's there. Glenn grabs your hand, says, let's dance. And you're kind of just
That's
like holding
a,
hands,
That's like a very specific
That's
shaking
very-
back and forth.
example.
But you guys are friends. You can't dance with him like that?
Glenn wouldn't do that. Glenn wouldn't grab me and dance like that.
He is more
If-
unlike
Maybe he
Harry
would.
Potter.
Why don't you ponder
But I
that, and
feel
then
like
when we'll come back
For
to this.
you guys, that would be more of like a joke.
Right, we would be joking. We wouldn't. First of all, I would never seriously dance with Glenn like that.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I have guy friends that I joke
But
with
it's-
the same way Rhea and Glenn joke.
Okay, but if like if you're in the moment, like, oh, this is funny.
Yeah,
like,
it would
like,
be. Yeah, that's different.
like-
Funny
Yeah.
for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
then you can't like. How long does it go on? Like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. No, it was more. You're going like this. We were all talking about slow dancing,
Yeah, you're.
and then
changing
you
it up.
changed it as we went on.
But I don't even. There are some there's some moments in that Harry Hermione dance that they are close, but there's also a lot where they're not. Like there's also a lot of like children. I'm singing
'Cause
the
I think
song
he
in
just
my
didn't
head.
really know how to dance.
Exactly, they don't know how to dance, so they're awkward.
Yeah.
and it's like there's
But
no.
what were his intentions?
It's not like he doesn't have like his.
That's what I'm saying.
He doesn't have like his hand
What
on
I'm
her
saying,
ass.
no. What I'm saying though is, if she leaned in, he's not
Oh
turning
my
away.
God.
That's just a fact.
Now you're just talking about the idea of hormonal teenage boys.
No, but that's not. That's just like in general. Like you could say, like if she made a move on him, he would be fully
Most
about
straight guys in the entire world,
On
if
his
a
best
girl
friend's
leans
girl.
in, any girl leans in to kiss them, they're probably not saying no. So
then you're kind of proving our point then.
no, I'm just saying it's a ridiculous point to say that about them when they're not like they're clearly friends.
I'll say this: Fran and Joe, they don't get jealous of each other at all, and it's very different than any other couple that I've ever seen. Like, seriously, there are some things that with the two of them that I would be like, I'd be very mad right now, and they just don't, which is good for them. You're just never gonna see me like that.
Yeah, we have different thoughts about this. Anyway, holy moly, did that go on for way too long.
You know what they need during this movie, Fran? You know what Harry, Ron, and Hermione need? A lot of energy.
Yeah, that's true.
They need a lot
That
of
is
energy.
true.
I bet they wish they had some Celsius in their lives because I know I'm happy I have it. You know, we're not big coffee drinkers. We're just not. It's not part of my daily routine. Everyone loves drinking coffee. It's part of their daily routines. Not for me. I'm not a big coffee drinker. That's why I love drinks like Celsius. It gives you the energy you need. Also has great flavors. My favorite is the watermelon flavor, but they also have orange, which is really good, mango, grape, so many different flavors to choose from. Also, it's packed with vitamins. It has 0 sugar, which I think is really important in an energy drink because if you get all that energy and then you got sugar on top of that, it's just too much. This has 0 sugar, 7 essential vitamins, and it's just not like your typical energy drink. So go to Celsius.com, find out where you can get Celsius in your life, and it's also great to help as a recovery after a workout. Also use it on the go to go to work. It includes caffeine as well to boost your energy, like I said. So make sure you're trying Celsius. We know a lot of people that love drinking Celsius. We love it too. So go check it out.
Okay, Harry, Ron, and Hermione, they go to 12 Grimmauld Place because they don't know where to go. RAB, they see it on the wall. Sirius, his brother. RAB is Regulus Black, and they think he has the real locket, and that they're trying to find it. So they get Creature, the house elf. It's like, has anybody been here? What's going on? And he says Mundungus was here. Creature goes to get Mundungus, comes back. He has Dobby with him as well. They come back together, and Mundungus says he sold the locket to, fucking bitch ass Umbridge. And
Yeah, what happened?
Still hasn't been laid.
When she got dragged into those woods, they just how did she get out of that?
they didn't kill her,
That's what I'm saying. Like, they just let her go.
I guess.
I thought she was definitely dead.
No, so she's part of the new regime, and they come up with a plan, Polyjuice Potion once again, to go to the Ministry to try and get the locket from Umbridge. And at the same time, the Harry's having all these visions, him and Voldemort, their minds are still connected. So he's seeing that Voldemort, he is questioning Ollivander. He's looking for something. He doesn't know what it is. He's questioning Gregorovitch, another wand maker, trying to ask him about this wand that he doesn't really know what it all means yet. So they take the Polyjuice Potion. They turn into 3 Ministry employees. They show up. They all have to do their own thing. The character Ron his wife is on trial. So he gets busy. He's busy with that. Harry's able to break into Umbridge's office, but it's not there. And then when they go down to the trial, they realize she's wearing it. She has it on. They pull a little trick. They grab it. They go. And
Harry did the "Don't tell lies" again line.
I must not tell lies, and that's also one of my favorite Ron moments. He's like, Mary, take the kids, get out of here, and she makes out with him, and then it turns back into Ron. She's like, who the fuck are you? So
Ron, shady guy.
Yeah, they all turn back to themselves. They're being chased through the Ministry. They try and go into the Flu Network, but they get stuck with the other guy, and I think it's I'm spacing on his name right now, but they get chased out. Yaxley, I think, is chasing them out, and then he sees where they're going because they were going to go back to Grimmauld Place. They can't, so they have to ditch him, go somewhere that he wouldn't recognize. So they end up in the Forest of Dean. Ron gets splinched. His his arm gets all fucked up.
But that was fixed very easily by Hermione.
Well, Hermione had something in the magic bag to fix it. Sometimes
Anything
you just
for Ron.
have to lean into the magic bag. So now he can't travel, so they have to set up tent. And this is where things like for me like obviously start to get a little slow, because this is where it's just they're just traveling. They're in very beautiful like scenic places.
Yeah, it was nice.
Like on top of cliffs and all this shit. And they're trying to figure everything out. They can't. They're like they have no idea what to do really. It's just they're
And
lost.
Ron's like, Harry, I thought you were. I thought
Yeah,
you
he's
knew
like,
what you were
oh,
doing.
he's like talking shit because he's like, oh, Dumbledore really told you nothing, but he's wearing the locket. They're all passing around the locket because the locket's got bad vibes.
Yeah.
You're wearing that thing and it's making you angry and mean and dark.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like they knew that, it seemed, but why would they wear it?
Because they wanted to keep it safe. Like it was like it.
If you put it in your pocket, would have done the same thing.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I would have.
I'm confused why wouldn't they just put it in their pocket?
I think it's just from the sake of fully always knowing exactly where it is.
Yeah.
So they pass it around, and when that happens, when Ron has it on for a while, he throws a little tantrum. He leaves. Hermione's very upset. Ron is very, very sad. They're all sassy.
Ron
they
had his
fight.
Then
period.
go, Ron. Then go.
Yeah, they're like, then fucking leave, Ron. Yeah, he leaves. They finally realize that like the only way that they've been able to get rid of Horcruxes is through Goblin Made metal, the swords Goblin Made. They use that, and then he killed the basilisk with that. Then they used the fang for the notebook. So they're like, oh, now we got to find this shit. We don't know how to find this shit. Ron leaves. Hermione sees the Deathly Hallows symbol in her book. They go to Godric's Hollow. Yeah, this guy right here. They go to Godric's Hollow. It's Christmas Eve. They're in the
It's always Christmas.
cemetery. Yeah, it's cemetery. It's sad. It's the first time he's seeing his parents' grave, the house.
Yeah.
Like he's never been to this place before.
I was happy for him here because it was like, oh, this time.
Very romantic
Yeah.
for them both. She's like, Harry.
No
What
comment.
a moment for them
No
to share
comment.
together.
So, they pass the grave of Peveril. Is the symbol Deathly Hallows is on that. Also, they see Bathilda Bagshot. She is a creepy old lady because she's basically dead already.
She's like the queen right now.
Yeah, taken over by a snake.
Yeah.
He wants to find out more about Dumbledore. Everything they go back, it's really just a snake there speaking in parcel tongue, and it's really Nagini. They have to escape the snake, and Harry breaks his wand. Another big moment.
You really can't trust anyone because everyone is just
And they always come
disguised.
back, right? Like you
Yeah.
thought the snake was gone.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, exactly. So now his wand, he doesn't have a wand. He's borrowing Hermione's wand. He's having more visions from like the Voldemort keeps seeing more stuff. And then he sees a Patronus, a doe, which takes him into the forest, frozen pond. The sword is in the bottom of the pond. He still has anyway. Ron shows up to save him. And then it's like, okay, Ron, now you have to destroy the locket. When he destroys the locket,
Why did he have to do it?
no, he was like,
It's
you.
just like you deserve to.
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
Okay. Come on, Ron.
I was
And
happy
because it was
for
like, he was
Ron
like,
here.
you're the one who actually retrieved the sword.
Yeah.
I was happy for Ron here because Ron
Big moment for Ron.
had his hero moment.
Big
it was
moment
my
for
favorite
Ron.
moment for Ron because it's about time he
Yeah.
does something where everyone applauds him.
Now that is the most uncomfortable moment for me in these movies, where they're like the
Showing
vision
Harry and
of
Hermione.
the vision of Harry and
gonna say
Hermione when
embarrassing.
they like start making out. It is embarrassing for Ron for sure. They're also on record. Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson have both talked about having to film that, and they were like, it was the worst day ever.
Didn't she say that about Ron?
Yeah, I mean, all of them she kind of has. That's
Yeah.
different, but they've talked about that one being like that was just like a heavy
Because
makeout.
the
That was
emotions
like
are so
really
real.
uncomfortable.
and
they
yeah,
were
and
like,
also they're all friends,
Yeah. Very uncomfortable.
and like they really wanted each other, and so it's
Yeah.
like
It's like we should be together.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Stupid Ron.
Ron comes
as
back.
long as Ron's in the picture.
Yeah, Ron comes back. Hermione's pissed.
Of course she is.
She's pissed.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed too.
Oh
And
no, because what did he just said some dumb thing like, oh hey.
no, yeah,
Like
he
when
was
he saw
like,
her.
hey, and then
He's
he
not
tells her-
good at expressing his feelings
he's
towards her at
certainly
all.
not.
It's
He's
very bad.
Certainly not. And he has he talks about using the Deluminator. It had them led him back to them. And that's when that was also, he was like, he says to Harry, like, you think she's like going to talk to me? And he was like, Harry's like, just keep talking about that little light going right into your heart.
Harry's like, I'm not going to tell you what happened the other night.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you about that dance.
I know.
That dance. We didn't see what
By the
happened
way,
after the dance. What
I
happened
just
after the dance?
skipped over that again because I can't talk about it.
But in
again.
Fran's world, Ron would have been fine with that dance.
I mean,
can't-
they
I
cut-
can't talk about it again.
I mean, we didn't see what happened later that night.
no, we
No.
don't. Where did they sleep?
That is a good question. Like,
They must
Good
have been.
song.
They must
Did
have
you
been
dance
cold.
at-
I feel like you would.
I can't really remember the.
Children. The song is called "Oh Children." Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. It's a good song.
Something you put on if you're really trying to set the mood.
Yeah. So they're reunited. They say they want to go visit. Hermione wants to go visit Luna's dad to get answers about the symbol that they don't know what it means. They go. He explains the Deathly Hallows. He talks about the tale of the three brothers, and they go through the whole story. So now we have the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. And whoever has all three of these items becomes the Master of Death. Voldemort probably wants to be the Master of Death.
Sick title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely wants to be the Master of Death.
Business card.
And in his mind, at this point, the only thing he's having some wand issues.
Yeah.
So
which
is
honestly,
Harry.
like, hilariously sounds like some kind of like erectile
Yeah.
dysfunction. Like
You take a pill for that.
he's having some wand issues. The wand's not quite working the way it used to.
Yeah. Can't get the wand up.
Can't get the wand to work. As hard as I try, it's just not working. So I think Voldemort's mindset is the Elder Wand, probably the only thing that could
Also, I think,
help him in this
yeah,
battle.
Last episode, we were talking about like, is there a funeral? Like, what happens to Dumbledore? Like the people who die? Yes, there was because he was buried.
Yeah. Yep.
Not buried, but like in a.
Yeah, he
thing.
was in like a tomb.
It was
type
like a
thing.
cave. It looked like or something.
It's on a random island in the middle
And
of nowhere.
like still looked like very put together. Like I don't know how long
Yeah.
it's been, but
yeah.
like his hair
Usually
was
the body
all.
disintegrates.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I guess it takes a long time.
But he's a wizard.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
there's something that they can help with that.
Yeah.
Keep him looking.
I feel like they'd put more security around. Like if you're gonna leave his wand,
You would think.
they seem like they got in there pretty easily.
You would think, but also like
How do they know where he was?
also like Dumbledore having the Elder Wand isn't a known thing. It's like, oh, we got to protect Dumbledore because he's got the Elder Wand.
Wait, how did they know where he was?
Voldemort?
Yeah.
I think he just found
just
out where
knows.
Dumbledore was buried. I don't know the answer to that.
It's probably a common thing, someone
Yeah,
dies and
they
it's like, where's
know
the
where he
burial?
is. Yeah.
Public memorial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They get ambushed again because the Death Eaters, they have Luna. They didn't realize he's trying to get Luna back. They're caught up by a group of Snatchers. Hermione tries to like jinx Harry's face so it gets distorted so they can't recognize him automatically.
Pretty recognizable.
Yeah.
It worked though. Somehow.
That is one. I have been watching them back with Joe too, and that was like one of the points. And he was like, "You're really telling me they don't know this is
But
Harry?"
also like
It's like Hannah Montana where you were like,
Yeah.
you couldn't tell.
You're like,
Yeah.
you really couldn't tell.
But also
this
like
was Harry.
they know who Hermione and Ron are. Don't
yeah.
they know they're friends with Harry?
yeah.
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 Yeah, they should know the best friends. So they're taken to Malfoy Manor. Draco is like, it might be him, it might not. Draco just continues to be like more, and
such
more
a
of a
bitch.
bitch. He can't.
Such
Like,
a
do you
bitch.
think
I
And
know.
he's always like crying and stuff.
know.
But
It's
isn't
like,
he like partially like maybe trying to protect Harry by being like, I don't know if that like he probably. How does he not know? It's Ron and Hermione right there.
Yeah, I mean, he totally does. Like
Yeah,
he's
like-
like, yeah.
So good for him. He's not fully evil.
Yeah, maybe. So Bellatrix notices that they have the sword. She's like, how the hell did you get that? It was supposed to be in my safe in Gringotts. And they all get imprisoned in the downstairs cellar where Luna is, Ollivander is, and Griphook, the goblin, is there as well. And Bellatrix starts torturing Hermione to find out how she got the wand. I mean, the sword. And Harry has this like the two-way mirror, and he sees somebody's face looking at him, and he says like, if he thinks it's Dumbledore, he's like, if you whatever. He says, we need help. Dobby shows up to save them. Dobby, house elf, he can apparate anywhere. He can come in, out. There's no rules for him. So they're like, can you get us out of here? They're like, yes. He comes back, gets them, saves Hermione.
Let's talk about the wannabe elf.
Huh?
Who's the wannabe elf?
Oh, the other
Creature? Oh, yeah. I mean, well, Creature's loyal to the Black family, and the Black family,
I know,
they're
but
bad.
it's just like,
Yeah.
you're not as cute.
No.
At all.
Creature's not as cute
He's
as
just
Dobby,
not as
for
cute at
sure.
all.
For sure. So,
not a good name either.
No. He's got, yeah, exactly. Dobby first takes Luna, Ollivander. They go back to the cottage, which Ron tells them to go to. He comes back. They fight. They're fighting now, trying to get Hermione back. And Dobby cuts the chandelier so that it drops. So Bellatrix has to release Hermione, and they're all able to gather. And as Dobby is taking them all out, Bellatrix throws her knife, and it just catches them. So when
I hate Bellatrix.
She's taking out everyone.
I hate her.
This is the thing. She's so hateable, but she's such a good bad person.
Yeah, great,
you know?
great villain because I hate her so much.
Yeah, exactly. And like the smile, like Helena Bonham Carter is so good. Like the smile she gets when she knows she's done something awful. Like when the knife gets caught in, and she's like, yes.
Here's the thing, though. What if that had hit Harry? That would have been bad for her, because then Dumbledore would have. Voldemort would have been like, "You killed Harry." Like,
yeah, she took a risk.
And then
Yeah.
Voldemort would have
what was she
fucking
trying? She was
killed
just
her.
trying
took
to
a
kill
gamble
any
there.
of them.
Yeah, maim, injure, kill any of them, really.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't have killed, or depending where it hit them. But like,
Yeah.
Dobby's so small.
Yeah, so they all land on the beach, and they see Dobby, and he's been stabbed. And
It's the reveal
just-
though, because you see they're all okay, and then Harry turns.
I
around
know. It gets me every time.
So
you know,
this
it
is-
took me maybe 20 plus watches of this movie to stop crying at the end of this movie.
It was because, for some reason, Dobby reminds me of Norman.
I could see that.
The personality.
Yeah.
And I thought of Norman
Yeah.
dying.
And the way he's just like, Dobby saves his friends. It's just,
What do you say? Something about being free.
yeah. No, he says that before, but it's
Like, if Norman could talk, he would talk like Dobby.
Dobby is happy or something.
yeah.
Norman would sacrifice himself for you.
He would.
He says, such a beautiful place to be with friends. Dobby is happy to be with his friend. Oh, gets me every time. Because honestly, Norman would probably say, Norman would be like, thanks for giving me a good life. Oh, no, never mind. We can't be doing that. Dobby, I know. Everybody's crying. They gotta bury Dobby. He's like, I want to
"Do
give him a
something."
proper
It's like,
burial.
Hermione
There's
was
nothing.
like, he's gone.
Yeah, Hermione's like, I don't have anything for this. Yeah.
That's one of the ones I wish they didn't have balls. I wish they didn't do that.
You wish Dobby made it out.
Yes, he's maybe the only character
hit
that I
Ron.
really wish he really made it.
I know.
Would you have preferred Ron to get killed there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would cry. I cried way more about Dobby than I would have about Ron dying.
Yeah, true.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Harry and Hermione could have been together.
Yeah. Exactly.
Poor Dobby.
Yeah.
It
poor
is
Dobby.
really sad. It's really sad.
I know.
But he was happy.
Yeah, he was happy.
No, I mean,
that's
look,
like when I said when my nono
yes,
said that he would be okay with dying soon because
Right. He went in a way
he's happy.
that he knew, like, he was saving Harry Potter, which is really what he's been trying to do for multiple movies now.
It now is the end of every movie is Harry like crying like about someone dying. Like one
Yeah.
of his like best friends dying.
Pretty
yeah.
much.
Yeah. So
I'll
that's
say
that honestly wraps it up, because then, yes, we see Voldemort go and get the Elder Wand, and then it's like, cut to black.
Yeah.
I didn't like this one.
Okay. Interesting.
The movie and
I really, and maybe
How
it's
about-
just because I knew that this is the setup to the ending. And I
Yeah.
think that's where it got me. And I didn't like that they weren't at school anymore. I
Yeah.
realized that I actually liked them being at Hogwarts, and I didn't like that they weren't there.
All right, guys, we are to the end here. We got one more movie to go. And when we finish, we're going to take our time, relax. Me time, guys. Me time. And when I take my me time, I'm doing with the Coors Light because it is the only beer that is made to chill. The mountains on the bottles and cans even turn blue when your beer is cold. That way, you always know when it's time to chill. So when you need to hit reset, just open a Coors Light. It's mountain cold refreshment made to chill. Cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged. It's as crisp and refreshing as the Colorado Rockies. Perfect for a moment to unwind. So when I'm turning on Deathly Hallows Part 2, maybe I'm making some popcorn, snacks, nachos. I don't know. I'm going to keep naming snacks that would go good with beer. Most snacks go good with beer, I think. Wings. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
That sounds real good.
I'm
With
hungry.
I know,
Not
shit.
sure
I
it's
think
a
I'm hungry
snack.
too. With a nice cold Coors Light, crack it open, sit back, enjoy the movie. And I'm telling you, it's as good as it gets. So when we need to take a second for ourselves, we reach for the beer that's made to chill. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Jersey or Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/chicks. And always celebrate responsibly. This is coming from Coors Brewing Company in Golden, Colorado. Any favorite character moments before we give a rating? Top 3? Or we can go through, obviously, interest.
The dance.
Yeah.
No, obviously that was a good moment just in general.
Yeah.
From all viewpoints of it.
Yeah.
I don't know about good, but
Yeah, not good. I'm trying to think.
I'm dead serious that is one of my favorite scenes in these movies. So.
because
I just think it's a beautiful moment between friends. Yeah.
Noted. Noted.
Yep. And then I'm trying to think of what. I think Emma Watson does a great job when she's like being attacked by Bellatrix at the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just in general,
Yeah.
also from an acting standpoint,
A lot
I think
of
that
stunts.
I think
Hermione's in this movie a lot.
Yeah.
She's like, I know there. I feel like there's been a lot of commentary being like, Ron and Hermione don't really,
Yeah.
don't really, they're not really in these that much.
Yeah.
Hermione is. This
No,
is
yeah,
like
yeah.
her movie.
my takeaway from this movie was like, oh wow, Hermione finally has a role.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
kind of felt that way watching the whole thing. I was like, wow, Ron and Hermione really talked about a lot, but I don't really see much of Hermione. This one, you see a lot of her.
Yeah, exactly. And it's, especially when Ron's gone, it's like just the two of them.
Yes.
So, any standout moments for you, Noah?
character wise, I'm trying to think like I
Or
can't
even just favorite moments, standout
favorite
moments.
I mean, I'm trying to think of like happy moments. I feel like there weren't that many happy moments.
There's
like,
not.
It's a pretty dark, like
There's not.
not a lot of like. I mean, Dobby is like the main thing I think of when I think of this
Yeah.
movie. Like
Right, but not in a
felt like-
positive way.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It just did feel like it felt like the middle of the movie, like a middle of a long movie when it ended, because it is just like a part
Right.
one. So like the first like hour and a half, I did feel like it was kind of slow.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I don't know.
Part 2 is jam-packed, so you don't have to worry about that. But, okay, so I already kind of like threw out a lot of my favorite lines from this movie, so I don't know if I need to go.
Favorite lines.
Yeah, like George's, when he gets his ear blown off, he's like, his joke there. I always laughed at when Harry and Ginny kiss and he just is standing in the back. He goes, morning. Harry with Ron being like, just keep talking about that light going into your heart and following her to get Hermione back. And, I guess maybe in the ministry. I do like the scenes of them in the ministry also. Because it is funny, like, just the concept of, like, other actors playing them
Playing.
is funny. Like, when they take the polyjuice potion,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, it's other actors.
yeah, that
like,
was
it's
funny.
like you're
Actually, that was probably my favorite
You know,
Ron
like, you're
moment.
watching it and you're thinking, like, oh, it's like Harry, Ron, and Hermione, but, like, it's other,
Yeah,
actually
that
other
was
people.
that was a funny moment where Ron like made out with that lady. And
Yes,
then,
yes.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
Mary, take the games.
Yeah, or like even before that, where he's like, "I have your wife downstairs," and he's like, "Oh my God, he has my wife." And
Yeah,
they're like,
yeah.
"You're not married."
Yeah, it's my wife. All right, Rhea, at the end of the sixth movie, Jesus, you had 4 people on your list that you cared about, and it was Snape, Harry, Voldemort, Draco. Has it changed?
3 of those people were barely in this movie.
Snape really just...
It's hit or miss.
He's really hit or miss every film.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep him on the list.
Okay, he's
Because
on-
I feel like the next
stays on the
one,
list.
he's going to be big.
Yeah.
Voldemort, number 1.
Voldemort number 1.
Still.
Voldemort's always number 1. 2, I'm going Snape.
Yep.
That's it.
That's it. Just honestly, that's fair. To be honest, that's how I know you've been paying attention.
That's all I care about.
That's how I know you've been paying attention. Because I would say the biggest questions left to be answered are from those two.
I did like in the beginning when they were in that like meeting where what did Voldemort say to Snape? Like, oh, like I was wondering when you'd like.
Yeah, it was like you're gonna
something
show
Right.
up.
Like where? Like,
now
where
he
have you-
and now he's the new like they do show the other kids going back to Hogwarts on the train and they're looking for
Yeah.
Harry and Neville's like he's not here.
That was sad though. Like when they had the professor from Hogwarts.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you could tell Draco was like.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah,
Even Snape. Even Snape, you could tell was kind of like,
Sirius.
oh, we're friends.
Severus is the new headmaster.
Yeah,
He's
I
in charge.
know that he's going to be important next movie
Yeah,
because
for
he
sure.
was not involved at all in this one.
For sure.
And I'm very interested in Voldemort because I think he's a great villain. The other, like, I'm not.
I think Snape and Draco are going to be good.
Yeah.
All right, so then let's give out Deathly Hallows Part 1 scores.
What did I rate the last one?
Half-Blood Prince, you gave a 6.7. Noah gave an 8.2. I gave a 7.8.
I wish I could change my score. I guess we could change it at the end because
Yeah.
I would give this one a 6.7. And I would raise.
Still lower than Half-Blood Prince, but we can adjust at the end.
I would raise my Half-Blood Prince after seeing this one.
Okay, so you're going 6.7. 6.7 now. You did give Half-Blood Prince a 6.7, but
But I'm going to change it at the
Okay,
end.
okay. So Deathly Hallows Part 1 6.7. No.
I'll give this a 6.8.
6.8. All right, so I gave Half-Blood Prince a 7.8. And what did I give Goblet of Fire, Order of the Phoenix? Okay, so this one for me is probably like a 7. I'm going to give it a 7.4.
And that's just,
Okay, so it's not really up there for you.
It's not. This one is after Half-Blood Prince, which has really changed because I've my feelings about that one have changed. It's under Half-Blood Prince, but above Chamber of Secrets
Okay.
and Order of the Phoenix.
4 and 6 are definitely my favorites so far.
Yeah. Yeah, and 8.2 you gave 6. So now we have we got one more to go.
One
Part
more,
2.
and I am thrilled to find out what happens at the end of
Yeah.
this.
Like,
Yeah.
Like,
that was one
wow,
of the funniest
what a
parts
journey.
That was one of the funniest parts of doing 6, and this one is I don't feel it as much because it's coming, but the amount of DMs that I got being like, I don't know how you didn't spoil this movie
yeah.
these movies when you were talking about 6. I was like, honestly, it was a lot harder than I thought
And it was getting
gonna be.
very close during that discussion.
It was getting very close.
Yeah.
This one I feel good about. Now we'll get to the ending. I'm very excited to watch the last one. I
Yeah.
really am because now knowing everything that has happened, we know everything, and before this I knew nothing at all.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to know what happens at the end. I really
Locked
am.
in.
I've since I'm going to London, there's like a small chance that I actually go to the.
Oh, you're gonna go to the
Well,
tour?
I don't know. I might, but like, would that
You
spoil
should.
anything?
No.
Oh, it wouldn't.
No, I don't think so.
Why don't you watch the last one on your way there?
Yeah.
I guess I could. I just like don't want to watch it. If I
Too
watch
early?
it now, then it's like we don't record for 2 weeks.
I
like-
know. Yeah, that's fair. I heard
the London one's crazy because it's like the set
It
itself.
really is this. Yeah, yeah.
Like,
No, it's legit. I've always wanted to go. I've never been. It's like the actual real
yeah.
movie sets.
Maybe
and
I'll go.
things. Think about it. I don't think it would really spoil anything, but
Yeah.
and at this point, like, we're at the last movie, so
No, I
if
know.
you do
but
find
I'd
out, and
rather
then
not know before
Yeah,
I
yeah.
watch. But
yeah. So, all right, guys, that wraps this one up, and we got one more to go. Deathly Hallows Part 2.
The end is here.
The end is here.